Good morning, Panthers. It's me, Juan Carmona.
I'm Priscilla Torres.
Today is Thursday, 18th.
And you're watching Panther TV.
Hey, Panthers. If you're interested in doing what me and Rocco do at the end of the school year, the Panther TV Club gets to come to a Universal Studios trip.
You can stand right here in Hogsmeade right with us next year. So make sure you sign up.
Panthers, don't forget that Student Council meets every Monday after school in room 4102. Everyone is welcome.
Panthers, prom tickets are on sale now. Prom will be on May 4th. Go get your tickets now. Seniors, don't forget to come to the Fast Food event happening on Tuesday from 5 to 7.
If you love playing video games and like playing video games with your friend, come join the gaming circle every Thursday at 3:45 after school in room 51. Panthers, don't forget that True Care meets every Thursdays in room 8108 after school. Attention all female athletes. Soccer training for girls soccer has officially started. Tryouts for our spring soccer training will be on April 22nd. Contact Mitch Curdo for more information.
Good morning, Panthers. This is your athletic director, Mr. Overton, and I'm here with
Lucas Nearing.
We're celebrating a big win last week. By the time you guys see this, it'll be last week. They had a match against, I believe it was San Jacinto. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That is correct. And what was the score of your match?
It was 302 to 292.
302 to 292. That's a 10-shot lead. For people that know about golf, that's a pretty good size lead. Now, Lucas, you've been golfing for quite a long time. What age did you start at?
I was 13 in 8th grade.
13 years old in 8th grade, so this is his 4th year. Next year will be his senior year, and then after that, he plans on going to college. Have you looked into any colleges yet? I know you're only a junior. What do you plan on majoring in?
I plan on majoring in business and finance. Any UCs, really.
Okay, smart guy. Take your math, learn about finance, very important in life. Final question, we always talk about classes that we like, or teachers. Do we have a class or a teacher that stands out for you?
Mr. Mesa.
Mr. Mesa, a popular choice here at Perris. Shout out to Mr. Mesa, always out supporting our kids. Kids appreciate it in return. That's all for now. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Ms. Perez. I'm an assistant principal over counseling this year. And I'm going to be talking to you today about the pros and cons on commuting versus living on campus. I personally myself actually commuted back and forth the 3 years that I went to University of Redlands. Some of the cons to doing that is you'll be stuck in traffic, you have to wake up earlier, you have to think about going home and being stuck in traffic again. Some pros about living on campus that I know that many of my students in the past have told me about is you obviously can wake up a little later. You can be way more involved than when you're commuting just because you always have to think about the drive home. You have a meal plan on campus typically, depending on what you decide and what year you are, if you're a first year, second year, third year, or fourth year. Another thing that you could do is, aside from being involved on campus, you could obviously stay with your whoever you need to, whether a group. Attend time to meet with your professors, obviously, to get extra help. So depending on the major you are, also depends on whether or not you're going to need extra time on campus. So for those people that are like science majors, usually your labs are pretty long, or if you're an art major, sometimes your hours are 6 hours to 8 hours. So that's a nice thing about being on campus, that you won't have to go very far when you're done. Versus commuting, you still have to drive home. I know my commute to University of Redlands was about 45 minutes to an hour.
Hey Panthers, I'm Armani, and I'm here with
Mr. Van Winkle.
And what do you teach?
I teach agricultural science and systems for 9th graders. Then for upperclassmen, I have a couple of classes. I have agricultural welding and also agricultural mechanics. And then next year, we'll be offering our metals and fabrication course for our 3rd year students.
Okay, and how long have you been teaching?
This is year 11 for me to be a teacher.
And what did you do before you were a teacher?
I did a lot of different things. The last job right before I started teaching, I was a driver for FedEx. So I was delivering packages to people's houses and businesses. And then before that, I worked for Terminex. So I was a termite technician and inspector. And that was a really dirty job a lot of times, crawling under houses and all kinds of situations. I worked doing janitorial, and then also I got my CDL to drive school buses, and I did that in college, and then once I started teaching as well.
And discuss anything interesting you're doing in your class.
Yeah, so in these classes with our ninth graders, recently they wanted me to talk about the rabbits that we purchased, and we've got them on a diet so they can lose weight and get ready to reproduce for us. But then also we've been cleaning up our raised beds so we can plant some things in those, and then we'll be building some raised beds to help beautify the area by our farm. And then my mechanics and welding classes have been getting the equipment ready for our new building. And once it opens, we'll be able to start welding and then start some fabrication projects in there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for today, Panthers. My name is Juan Carmona.
And I'm Priscilla Torres.
And you've been on Panther TV.